Welcome everybody to the kind of beta test play of Summonscape. My name is Ben G, and I'm the main translator for Silvervine Publishing. And I'm going to be running this game to show off the mechanics and basically just show off a simple session. And I've brought some players in to help me with that, and I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
I'm Joe.
I'm Matt S.
And I'm Matthew.
So we got Matt and Matthew.
Yeah.
That'll help a few things. And then, so we've got Joe will be playing the character Rin. We'll go ahead and pop the character sheet up here. Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Female skate pro from Japan. Let's see here. Early 20s. Been skating for most of her life, I guess.
Nice.
That's about it.
Nice. And just looking at,
I'm trying to figure
just
out.
looking
I
at
think, looks like a kind of a healer.
Yeah, her yeah, she actually what are her two figures?
She's got Freya, so
Freya
she can
and
help people
Hecate.
to unison.
Yeah, so Freya and Hecate. So that Rin is actually going to be a kind of support specialist. So she uses magic that it's not necessarily healing, but it gives bonuses and buffs to the other characters. And we'll be changing our builds a little bit as you go along because you'll be obtaining new figures through the game. But okay, let's go to Robin Hunt.
Simply put, I have no idea. Just picked up this character a couple minutes ago.
That's no problem. But just taking a look, so she's got high willpower. So the three attributes you can see here from the top are athletics, willpower, and magic. And so this character has high willpower, which will lend power to her healing spells or healing figures. And she is contracted with Inari, who is a powerful, a nice healing figure. Okay. And then
and from the magician style, the chant summon ability, I'm guessing that's intended to be able to cast more complicated things more easily.
So the chant ability, we'll get into why that's important. We explained the battle system, but essentially it allows you to ignore one of the restrictions for summoning, which will allow you to have greater control over the battlefield. It lets you use summon patterns that you're not directly standing on top of.
Okay.
So it will be useful for having more mobility on the battlefield and being able to use your summons from a distance. So yeah, she's a good kind of heal support character that can avoid, that can stay out of danger and still be able to use her summons from a distance. So finally, we have Ito-san.
Yes, so Itojiro, he is a 66-year-old librarian. He's a mysterious old man who works at the library. And so he has a really high magical ability, and his strength is not what it used to be. And his willpower is even lower. Well, it's not actually real low. It's sort of average. But I'm thinking that he's the librarian, and there's a bunch of like punk kids that like to skateboard all around like the library and stuff. And so he goes out and he has to try and like get them to stop, like skateboarding all over the place. But when he sees them having so much fun, like his willpower is so low that he can't help but just like smile at them. And so he's just like, oh, kids will be kids. And so he's sort of formed a relationship with some of them, maybe including Rin, maybe.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So that actually, the awesome explanation brings us to one of the important mechanics as we start the game, which is mana. So mana is kind of like bonus points that you get that can be used for different things. And when we're not in combat, mana can be awarded freely by any character to any character. And so when the times when you should award mana is if somebody does something really awesome or really helpful, you should just chime in and say, "Hey, let's give him a mana," and I will go ahead. I'm going to keep tally of the mana that everybody has. This can be used to. It's used in a variety of different ways. I'll basically bring up the uses when they happen, but then mana will change a little bit when we go into battle. So don't worry about breaking the balance if you're just constantly like, oh man, that's awesome. Mana, mana, mana. It's okay. There's no way you can get too much mana in the early part of the game. So feel free to just, give each other props whenever you feel like it.
Sounds good.
All right.
So for introducing yourselves, I assigned you all 1 mana. So let's talk about, Matt S. kind of talked a little bit about how you guys might have met. So if you guys want to one of the things about this scenario is you'll all know each other and you'll all know that you're all summon skaters. So I guess I should probably lay out the setting for you guys. In this world, chaos is constantly infiltrating reality to try and melt all of reality back into chaos. And so the only people that can fight against the chaos when it comes into our world are figure skaters. Not like the kind that you see in the Olympics and stuff, but they are summoners that use special summon skate gear to draw out summoning symbols and summon figures, which are like mythological beings and creatures like gods or monsters and stuff to fight against the chaos. And so each of your characters, you're already level 2, you're starting at level 2, and you already have contracts with some figures. So your guys are experienced. You've been through at least one battle with chaos before. So you're kind of old hats at this, and you've worked together before. So why don't we talk about how do you guys think that you kind of came together the first time?
Well, looking at the map here, Matt says he works at the library, and Matthew's a skater, and it's like right across the street from the skating rink. So I would assume that I do skateboarding in both, throughout the area. Maybe Matthew was coming out of practice or something, and Jiro was yelling at me to get off the property.
Here's an idea. What if something wild started happening over at the shrine and all 3 of us were in the area and just responded, and that's how we met?
Mm-hmm.
That was our first run-in with chaos and dealing with it successfully, at least.
How we realized that we all have the abilities or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and award a mana to all 3 of you. You've all kind of contributed to the lore behind your characters. So I feel like we should just dive right in. There are things like the resolution mechanics and stuff that we'll talk about, but I feel like it's better to just handle those once they pop up. So let's just dive into the story, and then as we're going along, I'll kind of reveal the rules in little tidbits and stuff. So on this day, so I like that idea that you guys kind of spend a lot of time in that area between the library and the skating rink. So one day, you guys are kind of, Ito's probably yelling at Rin, good-naturedly and stuff, and maybe Robin is coming out of practice, and you look over at the theme park, and it just looks it usually is so lit up. I mean, it's kind of getting to evening time, and it's usually so lit up, but today it just looks so gray and dark. And all of a sudden, it just seems like this huge cloud of darkness is spreading out through the theme park, and all of the rides and stuff just seem to be curling inward and just kind of like drooping. And you you've seen this kind of thing before. You immediately start flashing back to your first conflict with chaos, and just as you expect, all around the city you see this giant white wall of light just immediately appear, and all around you it's like people aren't moving anymore. Everything's kind of frozen. And you see this, it's like a construct of strange golden shapes all of a sudden appears, and you recognize it as Cosmos. This is the I guess creature or intelligence that appeared to you the first time when you gained your powers and explained about the chaos and how it's trying to infiltrate our world and how you can fight against it. And so it shows up and it's like, summoners, chaos is infiltrating your city again. You must once again rise up and use your powers to defeat it. He says, I sense that there are distortions spreading out in your town. If you focus with your magic, you can pinpoint their locations. You must go and observe these distortions so that you know how to the proper emblem to use to emblemize this chaos so you can fight it. And so this may not make sense to you as players, but you know what he's talking about, as your characters know what he's talking about. What he means when he's talking about emblems and emblemization is, I'm going to go ahead and share an image with you. So emblems, so chaos does not have human emotion. It's just chaos. There's nothing, it's pure randomness and things like that. But when it enters the human world, it gets tainted by human emotions. And each infiltration of chaos has a special human emotion that it is kind of linked to. And these are usually negative emotions, like what you can see on this image here. Things like despair, sorrow, violence, rage. And so when chaos is still in its chaos form, you can't do anything to it. It's completely, there's nothing to fight. You just go right through it and it would devour you. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to use the negative emotion that is most closely associated with this particular infiltration of chaos to force it into a physical form. That's known as emblemization. And so there are actually 12 total emblems, but each time you play, you kind of select 6 to be the possible emblems. So as you focus your spirits, you kind of feel these different emotions floating around the city. And so you don't know which of these is the actual emblem that is correct for this chaos, but you know it's one of these 6.
Okay.
And so
the baseline powers lets you narrow it down.
Yes. And so the way that you figure out what the correct emotion for this chaos is by observing the distortions in the city. So there are 3 distortions that are currently happening in the city, marked with 1, 2, and 3 on the map. And so what you can do is go to these places, and there will usually be some kind of challenge or some kind of thing that you have to think through or talk through, and you have to try and figure out what it's going to be, some kind of bizarre event being caused by the chaos. And so you look at it and you think, what emotions does this represent? And usually there'll be 2 or 3 different ones that it could be. So the only way you can tell what the true one is by seeing all of the different distortions and looking for what is the emotion that all 3 of them have in common.
Okay.
Okay, so there'll be one emotion for all 3.
Well, they're each going to have, yes, there will be one that's common between all 3, but you have to be careful because each one will have multiple emotions that it could be. Okay. Because each individual event will be, it'll be chaotic. There will be lots of things going on. So you have to kind of think, okay, well, this could be 1, 2, or 3. And then the next one you go to is like, well, this one's 3, 4, or 5. And so you have to look for which is the one that, which emotion showed up at all 3 events among the other emotions. That will be the true one. So it is a little bit of a kind of mystery. You gotta kind of I would take notes and try and kind of look for connectedness between the different events that you see. So Cosmos also says when the world figure, which is kind of the existence that creates all of reality and creates all the order in the universe, the world figure created the barrier of light and created this quarantine land. The mana in this area became much more concentrated, and that's allowing some figures to manifest in your world. If you go and ask them for help, they may join you to help you fight against chaos. And so what he means by that is if you see these different colored symbols around the map, that means that if you go to that place, you can find the figure corresponding to that symbol and try and make a contract with them so you can use them in the upcoming battle. Red figures will always be attack figures. Green figures are always healing. And purple are special, usually support and buff, debuff kind of ones. And each one requires a different attribute to kind of use them and make contracts with them. So red are mainly focused on athletics, green is willpower, and purple is magic. And that's the stat you'll have to roll if you want to make a contract with them.
Do they make it easier to decipher which emotion? Or is this this is for like the fight after you've deciphered?
Yes. So once you've deciphered the emotion, then you can emblemize the chaos. It will take the form of a chaos figure, which is the big boss monster things, and then you'll go to the combat.
Okay, so the black one is the
boss, essentially.
the big boss. Okay.
So you won't go there until you're ready to fight. And I'm gonna.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
So let's see.
Well, I imagine we're here near the library and skate park already, right? Or skate rink, I mean.
And so another thing is the clock.
Oh yeah, the destruction timer.
Oh yeah, that.
So let me draw an action.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Or at least it will be.
So you're currently on 5. Each of you can go to one location each tick of the clock. If the clock gets to 0 before you have confronted the chaos, then the world ends. So whether or not you've gotten everything, if it gets to 1, you should go and try and emblemize the chaos. And I guess I should explain what the importance of choosing the right emotion is. If you choose the right emotion, you go into the battle with chaos with an advantage. If you choose the wrong emotion, then the chaos figure will receive the buffs of 2 different emotions. It will receive its the correct one, the actual emotion, and it will receive whatever one you assign to it. And whichever the emblems, the emotions give the chaos figure buffs during the battle. They make it stronger. If you look at the cards that I linked, it tells you what the effect of it is in battle. And so you can kind of see that they're all dangerous. One of them is bad enough, but having 2 of them really makes things rough. So you want to make sure that you have the right emblem before you go and fight it.
Okay.
I gotta drink something.
So is it advantageous for us to split up and each of us go to one of
But it
the...
sounds
Yes.
like, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. I would. So, but that there's a few different things to consider. One is that, you definitely want to split up because only one of you can get each figure. Basically, like you can't share figures, so there's no real point in 2 people going to talk to a figure together. You can't collaborate on like distortions and stuff. So if you're going to go visit that, then best to go alone. The time that you want to stick together is if you spend a tick in the same area as somebody else and do a little role play of, hanging out in a location or, discussing or converse or kind of holding council or something like that, you can you will get unison with that person. Unison will allow you to share your trace lines in battle, which means that basically you'll be able to work together to make bigger summons. So it's a good idea to have at least one pair of unison. But if you'll remember, one of Joe's figures allows him to create unison between any two characters. So even if you don't do it before you go into battle, you'll still be able to do it in battle.
Okay, and it seems like my chant ability lets me basically pretend that I've got unison.
Yours, so even with your chant ability, you'd still only be able to use your lines that you draw. So unison allows you to share lines.
I understand. Okay. Trace line's not connected to your character. Okay, I misunderstood what that meant by not connected.
Oh, yeah, no, it means literally that if you're not standing on
touching it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
Sorry, I just want to make
someone else's. Now I understand. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So the last recommendation I have is that all of you should make sure to have at least one attack emblem or attack figure before you go into battle, just because attacking is going to be one of your main considerations when you do that. So your priority should be making sure everybody has an attack and then doing the distortions.
And I literally start out with none, so I should probably go get one.
What's the blue?
Yeah, I just noticed that Rin's figures are both blue.
Oh, it probably isn't showing up too great. It's supposed to be purple. So the purple ones are support. They do like buffs, debuffs, special effects, and stuff like that.
Yeah, they look blue to me too. I see green for you, and one red, one green for
Yeah.
Matt.
Okay.
So I have no red.
Yeah. So
Do I?
yeah, if you guys just want to go down, let's. So we'll just do rounds. Let's go in the order of. Let's go Joe, then Matthew, then Matt.
All right. Quick question: Is there a limit to like where we can go on any given round? Like,
No, the only
travel time.
pick a place.
No, there's no travel time. The only place you can't go right now is the theme park.
Right. Okay.
Or at least don't want to go. Right?
It would be wise.
Yeah.
I guess I'll head up to the castle here.
Okay.
Check out this red one.
All right.
I'll start out on
So
the. I'll go to the ruins.
okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and resolve each one as we go. These are really short scenes, so it won't be too bad. And make sure if you think something's awesome, you guys can chime in and throw mana at Joe. So anyway, so you get to the castle, and you see this big armored guy kind of standing on the castle walls, and he's like, to battle, onward, lads. And he's got the Theus kind of held over, and he doesn't seem to notice you coming.
Okay. So he's like up on the wall surrounding the castle, you said?
Yeah, you can. You can. Not like super high up. He's kind of on an embankment, a stone embankment. Not in the fortifications really. He's kind of just standing in the front of the castle on a kind of stone wall thing.
Okay. I guess I like skate up to him, and I'm like, "Yo."
He goes, "Ah, there's a fierce warrior. Are you come to join me in battle?"
Yeah, absolutely.
He kind of creates a sword for you, and he kind of tosses it to you. He goes, "Show me your battle skills." So if you want to go ahead and you're going to make the very first check of the game. So the way checks work is it's 2d6, and you're trying to roll under the target attribute. So roll 2d6, and you're aiming to get lower than your athletic score.
Uh-oh. Which is the red person, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How does a skateboarder have low athletics?
She lets the board do all the work.
It's higher than mine.
6.
It's higher than the figure skaters.
Yeah, that's true. 7. I did it. Woohoo!
So how do you show your battle skills?
Okay, so I guess I've got the sword. I kind of like skate up a little bit so that I got a place to skate back and I get some speed. And do like this crazy like kick flip thing where like I throw the sword up in the air and it spins and I'm doing a kick flip. I land on my board again and like catch the sword behind my back and bring it back out and like grind to a stop right in front of him again.
Nice.
Oof, nice. That deserves a mana.
Yeah, it does.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
The armored man he's like, oh, never in my years have I seen such battle prowess. Yes, I will gladly join your cause. The god Mars now fights with you.
Sweet.
Oh, dang.
So I'm going to go ahead and, oops, let me, gotta get 2 handouts, and there you go. So you have gained Mars. So Mars is a,
Nice.
he's a heavy attack and also can repair some of the stage. So he'll be good for both, he can do both offense and defense together. So, all right, so that's Joe. Next is Matthew.
Question first.
Yes.
I noticed that Mars has a rank of 11.
Yes.
How is that relevant?
Yes, good question. So I'm gonna pop up. Good. So the rank of the figure represents 2 different things. One is very literally, it's the number of lines that you have to draw to summon the figure.
Oh.
So Mars requires 11 lines if you look at his symbol. And it represents how high your magic, your contract limit has to be in order to make a permanent contract with them. So there are 2 kinds of contracts in this game that you can make with the figures. One is a temporary contract, which is like what Joe now has with Mars. So he can use Mars once during this during the combat that's going to come up. Because his rank is higher than. Joe, what's your math?
It's 10. It's 10.
Okay.
10.
So, yeah. His rank. So the rank of Mars is higher than Joe's magic, which means that he can't form a permanent contract with it, but he can use it once during the battle with the boss. So it's a very powerful card. So it can't be used over and over. If he had a higher level character or a character with higher magic, he would be able to contract that and have that more powerful spell to use whenever he wanted. So the higher the rank, the higher level character or the higher magic character you have to have a permanent contract. If you guys look at the figures that you already have contracts with, you'll notice that their total added rank is not higher than your magic.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can use figures that are higher, that have a higher rank than your magic, but you can only use them once per battle. And you can't you can't make a permanent contract with them, which means you can't carry them over to other games.
Okay.
Right.
So one-time use for Mars here.
Yes, Mars will be a one-time use, but he's a pretty powerful one. All right, Matthew.
Alrighty. I will make my way over to the ruins.
Okay. So as you approach the ruins, you hear this horrible wailing sound, this oh, and sometimes it turns into these raging shrieks like ah! And as you kind of come within a little closer with it, you hear this shrieking, "Go away! No closer!" And these like giant rocks start getting thrown in your direction. and you hear just like this knocking and beating and banging, and it seems there's some kind of angry spirit has been stirred up by the chaos, and it's causing all kinds of rampage in the ruins.
Calm down now. What's going on over here?
Away with you! Away! It seems that the spirit has no intention of listening to you, but if you use your magic, you may be able to calm it. So if you could give me a magic check and roll 2d6, and you're aiming to go under your magic score.
Okay. Crap.
Wah,
My
wah.
magic score is 8.
So the spirit continues to pelt you with larger and larger rocks until you're forced to flee. So this is good. This is an important point. So that was a distortion. You saw it. You saw what's happening, but since you didn't pass it, you didn't get all the information. So you got to see some of the emotions, the negative emotions of. So you can take a look at those 6 that I showed you earlier and try and figure out what was happening there, what kind of emotions were going on there. But the good news is that on the next tick, somebody can go back and try again. So you can only do it once per time tick, but it's not completely written off now. Somebody can go back and try again.
Well, I can think of maybe 2 reading the distortion.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
All right, Matt.
All right. Well, so on next tick, I think I'll go check that out since I have an 11 for my magic. I think that'd be a good place for me to.
Yeah, or I can hit it on my way down or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
But each turn, we can pretty much just go wherever we want, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. The only restriction is that if you the distortions can only be done once per turn.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I think I'm going to head towards the art museum. And so I start walking down towards our art museum, and I realize that it's all happening again, and everybody's like stuck in time, and so I say let's see if I can manifest my summon gear again, and then it pops out, and it's that wheeled contraption that like when you've hurt your knee, you put your knee on it, and you use that to roll around.
A rolling like cart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's
kind of like a scooter. It's like a medical scooter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's my summon gear. And so I ride that down to the art museum.
That deserves a mana point right there.
Yeah, that's a mana point for the.
That's so great.
Awesome.
And I get to the art museum, and there's a bunch of people there, but it's super quiet. And I'm like, Hanako would have loved to be here with me. My deceased wife, she would have loved to be here with such a quiet museum. Oh well, let's see what the commotion is here.
So you hear this kind of giggling sound coming from among some of the statues, and you look, and what at first appears to be this statue of a large girl coming out of a flower. It's actually moving, and she's kind of looking at all the different statues around, and she turns to you and she's like, "What's the point of all these statues just standing here? Can you make them dance for me?"
I say, you poor young thing, you haven't yet realized the true beauty that is to be found within art. For you see, it is dancing within you. It's dancing within your imagination. That is the function of art. It is to activate and to cultivate your imagination and to allow you to explore your feelings.
Oh, that is very good. I'm going to give you another mana for that. She's like, I don't really get it. Maybe if you made a connection with her on a magical level, you'd be able to open her imagination and show her what you mean. So if you could give me a magic check, rolling under.
There we go. I got it.
Very good. All right. So how do you think that works?
I say, child, hold my hand, and then we hold hands, and then there's like an electrical shock as like, you know, I magically allow her to see like the beauty that I see from my eyes, and you know, like the golden ratio and you know, this and that, and so that she's able to come to understand the true beauty and importance of art.
Beautiful. She's like, oh, it's so pretty. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to help you when you need, when you're in battle. And you gain Alraun.
Ooh, very nice.
So this is kind of a buff. Basically, you set it, and then once you can, or basically you can burn it to re-roll. Yeah. Oh no, actually, it's not re-roll. It's automatically succeed.
Dang.
So basically, before somebody makes a roll, you just have to burn this card. You say aid, and then you automatically succeed at that roll. So
Nice.
And it's
All right.
ranked lower than his magic, so he can.
he can use it. He can use it multiple times in battle. Yes.
Okay.
And
Sweet.
but since he already has other contracted figures, if he wanted to carry this over to another game in like if we were doing a campaign, he would need to trade it. He would need to trade some out to make room for it, or it would be let go at the end of the session.
How many can you carry?
As many, as long as their combined ranks are lower than your total magic.
Oh, okay. So okay, I
And
get it.
well, and right now, because you're low level, it's your total magic. But as you level up, it becomes like I think like 2 times your magic or 3 times your magic as you go. So eventually, you'll be able to handle more higher power ones. So that's our first tick. We'll roll back to Joe.
I guess I can skate down and take a look at 2 again
Okay.
since I've got high magic.
So as you draw near, just like with Matthew, you start hearing this wailing, and as soon as you get close enough, all of a sudden there's just these this rage enters the voice. No, away! And all these rocks start flying at you.
Was that a Freudian slip there when you said rage? Did you
Take
give
what,
something
you,
away?
you can always take what you want from it.
Okay. Okay.
They are common words that will pop up a lot.
Yes, I know. I'm just looking for any advantage.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm like, hey, let's not throw rocks at people. It's not very convincing.
The spirit continues to throw rocks at you. I think there'll need to be some kind of magical calming happen before this spirit will listen to reason.
Okay.
So if you want to roll 2d6, roll under.
Let's do it. I did not do it.
Oh, so a 12 is unfortunately an automatic failure. It's known as a fumble from the Japanese games, and so it's
Well,
bad
we
in
failed
it's bad in it's bad in Summon Skate because it means automatic failure and you take 1 damage. So we don't have our character. We don't have our character hearts up yet, but I'll go ahead and mark down that you have 1 damage. So
what's my
what
total?
happens is you try and kind of summon your magical powers to calm down the spirit, and like right as you're about to focus with it, one of the rocks just clips you like right in the forehead and just and you're like, oh, so you're like reeling and stuff.
No, I'm skating along and one of the rocks lands and goes like under my skateboard wheel, and I've never been on a skateboard. And hit a rock, and it just like throws me into the like bushes.
There you go. I got that. That's a mana. That's a mana. All right, Matthew.
All right. I wasn't having any luck at the ruins, so I'll wander over to the corner mart.
Okay. As you get near it, you hear this. You hear like smashing and glasses flying everywhere. And you look in, and it looks like there's this little boy. He can't be. I mean, he's probably like 5 or 6, but somehow he seems to have been given this like immense strength because he's literally like tossing people around like rag dolls. He's screaming. He's crying. He's tears running down his face. He is like picking up displays and smashing them into others. He's just going crazy. What do you do?
Is he inside or outside?
He's inside the corner mart.
Okay. I will go. I'll go up to the door. I'll just stay at the door for the moment, and I'll just call out to him. Hello, are you all right?
He turns and throws something at you.
Can we pause for a meta question real quick?
Yeah.
Will all 3 of them only have 1 in common?
Yes.
Okay, so there's only going to be. Okay.
Oh! I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Let me not paint myself into a corner there. There will only be 1 that all 3 have in common. There may be others. There may be some that are shared between 2 of them that are not shared by the 3rd one. So don't.
So like 2
just because
be like
2.
1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then
Yes.
like 1, 6, 5.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
All right.
So yeah, don't just because 2 of them share something, don't make any assumptions yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, go ahead. So he kind of tosses something at you, and he I mean, you've seen toddlers throwing a tantrum. Like he is absolutely not listening to reason. Maybe if you were able to restrain him, you'd be able to talk reason sense into him.
Oh no.
So if you want to make a athletics check to try and get him restrained.
So I'll
Grab
pull
some
out my
stranger's
skates,
child.
tie the laces together real quick, and try to bolo him.
There you go. Athletics.
Nice.
I like
that's
that.
Mana for that.
That's a mana.
There we go.
Oh, there
Very
you
nice.
go. So the bolo works. It wraps up his arms and he falls over and he's kind of sitting. He's like laying there on the floor and he's kind of crying and he's like, I just wanted a snack cake. They didn't have any snack cakes. And so he's kind of sobbing there on the floor. And once he gets there, it seems his power leaves him, and you were able to clear up the distortion.
Okay, I'll sit there and untie him after the distortion clears up. Kind of help him to calm down a little bit and buy him a snack cake.
Oh, they were out of snack cakes.
Oh, they were completely out.
Yeah, that's why he was freaking out.
Alrighty, well, I can't do anything about that.
Conjure
Sometimes. All right, good job. All right, on to Matt.
All right, so I think that Ito-san is going to move to the park. He tells Alrune. What was that her name?
Alrone.
Yes,
I think
Alrone.
I'm probably mispronouncing all of these mythological creatures. So
He says, "Oh, child, allow me to show you the beauty of nature." He says, and he leads you to the park.
okay. So as you get near the park, you see that very strangely there seems to be this one storm cloud that's just like it's just one big round gray cloud hanging right over the vicinity of the park, and it is just dumping rain on this place. And you see that the people that are frozen there, they're kind of down on their hands and knees and just like completely drooping under this pouring rain. And as soon as you step into the rain, you feel awful. Like it brings you to your knees. You feel like everything is just horrible in the world. You can't move. It's just pinning you down. Like it's just such a heavy weight on you. Mm-hmm. And to be able to shake it off, you're going to need all your willpower to stand up and get out of that rain. So go ahead and make a willpower check for me.
I scream, Hanako, save me! I did it. Sweet.
Nice. So you're able to gather yourself. You're like, no, it's not your strength from Hanako flows into you, and you're able to stand up and shake it out. And as you step out of the rain, you notice that it tastes salty, kind of like tears.
Interesting.
All right. That's tick number 2. So back to Joe.
Do you want to compare notes on what you think for emotions yet, or do you want to keep going?
Well, I think we need to.
I think I've got a pretty good handle on it, but
okay.
I mean, if you guys aren't ready, but we don't have to, because we've only got two ticks left before it's 0 hour.
I still need to make my way over to the school this round.
Yeah. I guess I'll hit the shop.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Matt, you're going for the ruins, I'm guessing, just to.
Yeah, the next turn, if we can.
Well, I mean, I guess we all have a card already. Do you want the shop card? You can have the shop card. I can try the ruins again.
No, I'm going to do the ruins this turn. But as long as you guys are able to get those two, then I'm thinking that if we can, we should all, like, on the next tick, all get together and try and make unison with each other.
Okay.
That would be helpful.
So, question for the GM.
Yes.
Is there a benefit to having extra time left when we get to the theme park?
No. And another thing I will tell you is that the figures that are available will change after certain ticks. So some will go away and new ones may come out. So going in early, you may miss some that come out right before you go in. It's up to you, but so the passage of time will affect some of the events. Usually not the distortions, but the figures will be switching out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the shop then. Skate over to the shop. My bruised ego.
Okay. So you go to the shop, and it's actually a flower shop, and you're looking, and it's like become this almost this kind of the flowers are dancing. the flowers are kind of swaying back and forth, and you hear this beautiful singing coming from within the shop. Do you go in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As you open the door, you're bathed in this beautiful song, and in the middle of the flower shop, you see this kind of tree growing that you definitely know wasn't there before. And there's this woman that's coming out of that's in the tree, and she is singing this song, and it's so beautiful that it almost feels like you're losing your focus, and you just want to sit there and sway with the flowers. So you're going to need to roll some willpower to be able to resist the song.
Okay. Let's see. That's the 7. Okay. Gotta beat a 7, or beat under a 7. I mean. Ooh, this will be hard. Hey, I did it.
Very
There
nice.
you go.
So I pull out my phone, and I have like a drum synthesizer app on it. And I start like composing a little beat to go along with like her singing.
Nice. Yeah, the tree lady. I like that. That's I'm gonna give you a mana for that. The tree lady looks over, opens her eyes and looks over, and she's like, "Oh yes, that is a wonderful beat for my song. Thank you. I will join you on your adventure." And you gain Dryad.
Tree of Spirits.
Oh, cool.
Another repair card. And then it heals all PCs within that area to their full HP. Sweet.
Very nice.
Yeah. So healing. The balance in this game is very rocket taggy. So healing tends to be very like 0 to full kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now my question is, what happens when you tie with the rank?
Player wins.
Player wins.
Oh, you mean? Yeah.
So I can use
as long
multiple
as
times instead of just
Yes.
once.
Yes. This one you can use multiple times.
Cool.
So yeah, any ties will go to the player basically. It will be advantageous to the
So you could
player.
use Dryad multiple times, and if you so chose, at the end of this game, you could swap out Dryad with your other. I guess
Yes.
Yes.
both.
Yeah.
Both of your other
Yeah,
ones.
that's correct.
I'd have to swap
Yep.
them both out, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
But the
Well- No, wait. Okay, so if I had a green one, all my greens would have to be 7 or under.
no,
if I-
it doesn't.
Okay.
It does not depend on color. It's total.
It's total. And then
Yep.
possible
the
contract.
rank is
So
on
your
the left
contract.
to your level.
Oh, okay. The
Possible
contract rank. 10. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Alrighty. Matthew.
Alrighty, I'm going over to the school.
Okay. You go over and you're looking around. You sense a little bit of something strange coming from the metal shop at the school, and you go in and you find this giant, just like super burly guy with his shirt off. He's got these long, like curly golden locks, and he's got this giant hammer, and he's just hammering away at something on this like forge. He's like, hoo ha, hoo ha. What do you do?
First off, I wipe off the drool.
Mana.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a mana.
Oh, yep, absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yes.
So he. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Second, I call out, what should do, and
He looks over and he's like, "Ah, come to admire my handiwork, eh? Well, this can't be wielded by any adventurer. The things forged by my Mjolnir are meant for great heroes and gods of legend. Are you such a person?"
I'm aspiring to be one at least.
He's like he kind of goes back to Hammer. He's like, good. Show me your strength and spirit. So if you could go ahead and make an athletics check.
Whew, that barely clears it. I've got an 8.
Wow.
Nice. So go ahead and describe how you show your worthiness to this guy.
Alrighty. What all is in the room? You said he's.
It's a metal shop at a school. So there's soldering things hanging down from the ceiling. There's some car parts. There's all kinds of just scrap metal stuff like that.
Okay. Let's see. Being a skater skating is my primary hobby. I'll pull out my inline skates,
Mhm.
Pop those on, and just skillfully dodge around the shop without crashing into anything. Narrowly avoiding death with all the jagged pieces of metal sticking out of everything.
He stops hammering and he claps his big meaty hands and he's like, impressive. You showed no fear in the face of death. You can wield my hammer with confidence. The god Thor is on on your side. So you've got
Marvelous.
4.
Oh, cool. I can use it more than once.
Yeah, and Thor is a very good one. His damage is very unique, and it will become apparent why it's so good once we get to explaining the battle mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Change
Alright.
the damage die. That's cool.
Okay, so every instance of damage you actually roll dice for? So 2 damage would be
Yes.
2
2d6
dice of
probably.
damage? Interesting.
Basically, so each hit of damage, each point of damage you deal, you will roll a die to decide where that damage hits the opponent.
Oh, okay.
And there are certain parts you'll want to aim for. And so Thor will allow you to basically make sure that both of your damage hit the same part.
Whichever one is preferable between the two.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So it's a very good for destroying certain parts or targeting the main body of the opponent.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
All right. Matt.
So, are we all pretty confident that it's sorrow?
That's
That's
where I'm
my
leaning.
thought, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if I even need to go to 2.
I see no reason not to.
Okay. Well, I was thinking on the next tick that it's possible that new ones are going to pop out. And so,
Right.
Yeah.
And there aren't any left that we haven't gone to.
right.
So for this
So-
round, really, Ruins is the only thing to do.
Well, I mean, there's always forming the unison with somebody else.
Forming. So in
Yeah,
order to
like
form a
both players
unison, you would
are not
both have
taking
to. Yeah. Both players would have to use their tick to do that.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Then yes, I will
So
go to the.
you can. I mean, yeah, do the ruins just for story.
Sure.
I
Okay.
made it all special. Come on.
But yes, absolutely. Let's go to the.
All right. So or sorry, did you want to talk about your approach to the ruins?
No, that's fine.
Okay. And so as you get near, you hear the wailing, just as the other ones did, and some little pebbles start getting pelted at you. Go away! No closer!
Say no, child. There's no reason to trouble yourself over something that's surely trifling. What is it that bothers you, child?
No, go away! Don't want to talk. So you'll need to use your magic to soothe the raging spirit.
Okay, I succeeded.
Okay. So go ahead and describe how you use your magic.
Sure. So I concentrate and I do like some nimble looking finger movements, and a giant glowing bird flies out from my aura and soars over the ruins and cries out with like a beautiful sort of like a caca or whatever that brightens the soul of everyone that it soars over, and it sprinkles like stardust and all that stuff. And I see child, this is what the wisdom of an aged man can offer to you. Why don't you allow me to sit and listen to what ails you?
So that's a mana, by the way, and so the spirit. So it doesn't really manifest itself, but you kind of sense that it's drawn closer to you, and there's kind of the angry energy is kind of gone, and the spirit is like, "I'm sorry, I didn't want to be so violent, but there is such a tragedy here that claimed my life, and I just despaired at the thought of anybody ever suffering such a fate again. It's so sad that I could not let that tragedy be repeated. And so I used I tried to clear people away to make sure they would not approach the ruins and suffer the same fate as me."
Such a thoughtful child. I shall heed your words and do what I can to make sure that no further tragedies occur here. Please be at peace. I shall pray that your soul is whisked to the paradise of the afterlife.
Ah, thank you. And the presence fades away. Very good. Very good. All right, we got all of our distortions figured out. So, just want to move this. Ah,
I'm thinking it's more despair than sorrow.
Really? Let me see. Let me look at them again. They're so close.
They are.
yeah.
So
You guys can kind of talk this out while I
Well, okay. So what
Go
I came
ahead
up
and-
with,
shift some stuff around.
for 1 and 2, I had violence, rage, and sorrow for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, number 3, I only came up with sloth and sorrow, because sloth is like the will to lose, the will to act is lost, and everyone was just like laying in crumpled heaps or whatever. And then it was salty
Interesting.
tears,
yeah,
which-
I'd written that one as
which
despair rather than sloth. But yeah, sloth does make sense.
so like because
Well,
despair is they give into pessimistic thoughts and actions, and I don't think that lady didn't seem like she was pessimistic at all. She was just trying to keep people away and was sad about it, you know. So
That's true,
so
right?
I feel
because
like being reduced to tears by nothing at all, feeling deep sorrow at the smallest thing. Like that kid obviously was super sorrowful because it was like oh, they didn't have this special kind of cake or whatever. So like that's a small thing, you know.
yeah. It was also, I could also see that though as losing heart and giving into pessimistic actions.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that it's violence, rage, or vengeance, because they all had that sort of in common.
right,
Those other two.
yeah, it's definitely either despair or sorrow.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that
The
that
park
he
definitely
mentioned
did not have violence, rage, or vengeance.
exactly.
It was definitely not
Um,
one of those.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely not sloth.
No, I don't think so.
The corner mart number 1 had
Well, because if you
definitely
look
not sloth. So
at the I can't read what that says. It's at the top. So it's the chaos attribute.
know that.
Seal effects. Is that what that says? Seal effects. And then what's the bottom one? Moaning? I can't read what that says.
Meaning,
Meaning. So, losing hope, overwhelming distress. I don't think the lady had that. She
well,
hadn't lost hope because she was continuing to try and keep people
Definitely
alive.
not losing hope, but I could definitely see that as overwhelming distress.
yeah,
I'm gonna lean sorrow. That's where I'm leaning, is sorrow, because the tears were salty, and it
Definitely.
actually says
Mhm.
being reduced to tears.
That's true.
yeah,
So-
and also like the fact that the cheesy poof or whatever it was that the kid wanted is sort of a small thing to throw a tantrum over.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna say sorrow.
you've-
That's where I vote.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I will point out that you do have to come up with a single answer between the entire group, because you have to visualize strongly the emblem. So it's good that you guys are kind of coming and getting on the same page about everything.
Mhm.
But we'll go ahead and we'll start this tick. We are on 2 now. And you feel the presence. Well, you guys picked up all the other figures, so there really aren't any presences left, but you feel some new ones that kind of pop into existence around the map. So you're free to explore those, or
What's the pink?
since you have the emblem decided, you're free to park.
Pink is purple, right? I mean, it's
Is the pink something different, or is that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks. Yeah, I'm sorry. Purple.
Just checking.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick assessment here. I've got 2 purples and 1 red already.
I've
I
got
have-
1 green and 1 red.
Okay. I have one of each color, so I don't necessarily need another one.
Okay, sorry, we took a short break, and now we are back to go ahead and start with Joe's turn with the new figures on the map.
Okay, well, as I was saying before the break, I was trying to figure out. I don't have any greens yet, so I guess I'll go down. Since there's no punishment for veering away from the theme park, I'll go down to a hospital. Um, uh, well, yeah, okay. So when it hits the one, we have to go fight on that tick mark, right? It doesn't
Correct.
like if it gets to one, it's not game over.
No.
Okay.
No.
So it gets to 0, I guess, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna skate down to the hospital here,
Yep.
because I don't have anything green yet. Let's see how this goes.
Okie dokie. And one thing to remember is, like we discussed before, if you want to go to the same place and do unison, that's something you have to kind of leave. That's something I guess
Ooh.
you would all discuss together and then take your turns together. Since you only have basically once it gets to 1, you're going to want to head to the theme park, and so if you wanted to do unison, it would need to be this. So you have to kind of
Okay.
wait, balance everything out. Do you want to take another figure? Do you want to do unison? So that's I was just bringing that up. Either of those choices is fine. I just want you guys to make sure that you have all the information and not forget the rule about you can't use your tick
Because we can't.
before you use unison.
Okay,
So if
we
you want to
can't
do
use
unison,
them
you
once
have to
we get
kind of
the
decide.
fight.
Well, once it gets to 1, you're
well,
all going to
I'm-
want to head for the theme park.
Yeah. Okay, so instead of getting another card or whatever, what's the official
Figure.
term? What?
Figure.
Figure.
Figure. Okay, so so if say Robin and Ito wanted to unison, they'd have to do that right now,
Correct.
and then that will help them at the theme park.
Yes, that will help
Okay.
you in battle. You'll be able to the main advantage. So once you level up, if you lower a higher level, you could do unison actions. Like you could kind of throw each other, like basically like pair figure skaters. You could do pair figure skating moves that help your mobility when you're together. But at this level, what you can do is you can share trace lines, which means that it'll be much easier for you to draw really big, complicated figures because you'll both be able to share your lines. So you can both work on like half the picture together.
Okay, I think, but with my ability that I can unison you two at the battle with my Freya, or what,
Correct.
is that what it is?
Yeah, Freya.
Yeah. So if you don't want to waste time doing it, I can just
Again, that can't include yourself.
no. Oh, it can't include myself, but I feel like you two would make some more sense to be.
Well, we
Yeah.
should try and get unison with as many people as we can. I think.
Oh, okay, so do you think 2 people should unison now and then we can
Yes.
do 2 more unisons later?
Yeah, I think that would be prudent.
Okay, so
I don't-
who
I don't need another figure.
I mean, I don't particularly either, to be honest, because I'm at 3. But
I wouldn't
figured-
mind one since I'm only at 2.
okay, why don't Matt and I unison then? I guess,
Sure.
and then Matthew, I can throw a unison up with either myself and you, or Matt and you when we get to the battle.
That works.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you guys want
Okay,
to
so
go ahead
I guess I'll choose to unison with Matt.
Okay, so if you guys want to pick a location for that to happen, and then go ahead and role play out a scene.
Hey Ben, I have a rules question.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be more apparent and relevant in battle, but looking at the Thor figure,
Mhm.
does it have to be that shape in that location on the board, or can it be that shape on a different location of the board?
Oh yeah. No. It's as long as it is that shape, and basically in that direction. Like you can't like flip it or mirror it or anything like that. So yeah.
It has to
But the grid is a lot.
But it isn't anywhere.
Yeah, the grid is a lot larger than what it looks like on the card, so you'll have space to draw out a lot of different figures kind of all over the place. So, yeah, as long as it's those specific, like that number of lines in that configuration anywhere on the board.
Okay,
Got it.
sounds good.
Um,
In that case, I just want to voice a thought real quick. Future planning strategy. Mjolnir, or Thor rather, my Thor figure, I could piggyback off of either Harvest Blessing or Freya.
Okay, you brought something. You brought something really good up. So for one thing, you cannot, even if you're doing unison, you cannot share. You can't have one line belong to two different figures. When you summon a figure, that line disappears. So lines cannot be shared between figures. And if you skate over somebody else's line, you replace that line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But with unison, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you're in unison, it doesn't matter. But if you're not in unison, you would basically erase that and cover it over with your own. And so that's a really good point to bring up if you're kind of early doing some early thoughts about strategy and stuff. Is that all of these are going to have to be completely separate.
Okay. Well, that does give the thought, though, if we have to decide between the three, the fact that they all share shapes means that we could make a last-minute decision if needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that is a legitimate strategy. Is doing common shapes, and then whatever you need, you can kind of veer off in one or the other direction.
Okay. All right. So, getting back to it, I think since we originally met at the library, let's go there.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, I don't how does the unison work?
Go ahead and what you do is you have to spend a tick together in the same location and do some kind of role play that shows how your characters are have a special connection in their hearts that's going to carry over with them into the battle. Like what unison represents a connection between hearts and spirits, and so you have to kind of role play out how that's happening. What exactly is bringing you two together in that way?
Okay. Trying to think back on Matt's original backstory there. What was it that drew you to, what was the kindred spiritness? Because we could both be summoners?
No, I think that it was your free spirit.
A free spirit.
Yeah. How about I see you once again, you're taking advantage of like the entire, this whole area being pretty much open to you now that everybody's frozen in place, and you're doing ollies over people's heads and just
grinding on the stairs and stuff. Yeah.
Right. and I approach and normally this is where I might maybe scold you, even half-heartedly or whatever, but this time I just watch and smile at you.
What if you got your little scooter thing and say that at the library there's an open walkway, and then there's some stairs that go down, and there's a rail. And I come around the side of the library, and you're kind of there at the top of the stairs, and I jump and I do a rail slide down the railing of the thing, and you just get on your little knee scooter thing and you do the exact same grind down the stairs behind me.
Sweet. Awesome. Yes.
That's awesome. Yes. Okay, you guys both get a mana, and so you guys have unison, and that will be once we get onto the combat map, we'll be able to show that.
Sure.
Okay.
So Rin has a shocked look on her face, but then
for sure.
I say, see, this is not something I've ever mentioned, but you and I are not so different. And I open it, and it's a picture from the 70s, and I have a wild haircut, a mohawk, and a leather jacket with a bunch of spikes and stuff.
Super hardcore. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dead Kennedy shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Cool, yeah.
Matthew.
Yeah. Let's
You're up.
see. Hello, cat.
You said you've got a red and
I have a red and
green.
green.
So I mean, go for either the red or the purple, I guess, depending on.
Yeah. Either or, I guess. Can you just tell me the rank of those two symbols instead of taking the time to count them?
Oh, yeah, it'd probably be pretty difficult. And which two are you looking at specifically?
Shrine and factory.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Factory is 9,
Okay.
and
Okay.
Shrine is 11.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, so 9 and 11.
What's your
And in case you were curious,
Magic's 8, right?
Hospital's 8,
Mall is
6.
8, and Hospital is
Oh, I see.
10.
Okay. Well, the only one of those that I
Oh.
could do. What's up?
Well, you can do them.
No,
you can
it's
do
just
any of them
Matt
at once,
dropped off.
but you can
I
only
could do any of them once. The only one I could
Yeah.
do multiple times is the mall.
which is a damage, which is eventually. I mean, that's essentially the end game, right? So,
That's what we're going to need eventually. Yeah, I'll go for the mall then.
can you do Thor multiple times? Because you tied, right?
Thor is rank 6, so yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So you beat it by 2 then. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for the mall then.
And remember that we can't share figures, so each I think so.
Yeah. We got it.
Even when we can't summon somebody else's figure. Okay, just wanted to make sure that we were
No,
clear on the
yeah.
rules. Okay. You get to the mall, and you see that there's this guy with this guy in this kind of very gaudy outfit with a golden crown on his head, and he is running around just doing all kinds of just weird stuff. Like he's spray painting graffiti all over the walls. He's dressing the mannequins up in crazy outfits and stuff. And he kind of sees you come in, and he's like, come, join the fun.
I have a feeling I know who this is.
I have a guess. On what fun it could be.
So-
Let's see.
Have
What I
fun
want
without
to
damaging
you,
private
do-
property.
do.
Do you join in his fun?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll slap on the inline skates again and join the fun at high velocity. High velocity fun.
All right, let's see athletics check.
Yes.
Nice. So you describe it. Go ahead.
Alrighty, so joining in the fun, you said he was spray painting and doing what with the mannequins?
Dressing up mannequins.
Dressing up
He
mannequins.
was dressing them in weird clothes and strange things.
Lewd positions. I don't know.
Those good old posable mannequins. Best kind. I will become a human bowling ball and skate into the nearest collection of mannequins.
Nice. He throws back his head and he laughs and he claps, and he comes over and he claps you on the shoulder and he goes, "As I said, it's just good fun." And he snaps his fingers and the whole mall is back to the way it was in the beginning. He goes, "You see, fun never hurt anybody. Now you've got Loki fighting for you."
I knew it.
Called it.
And you get Loki, the trickster card.
Nice. I got not one but two of the Norse gods.
Good stuff.
Yep. Okay. That is
looks like
it for the
North Bend.
tick. So you are now. So we are now on to the final tick.
That's a cool card.
The
And
you
can
see
do it.
you see the cloud, see the clouds of darkness beginning to. It's almost as if they're pulling the theme park apart. They're starting to suck like pieces of it up into them, and you see this kind of like indescribable cloud of, or this kind of tear almost in reality, and you can see this color that just makes your eyes slide right off of it. It makes your head hurt just looking at it, and so you feel this pressure coming out of the theme park.
All right.
And sorry. And Cosmos, so Cosmos kind of you feel this summons, and you kind of gather together, and Cosmos is like, the power of the chaos is growing. If you don't emblemize it now, it will grow beyond our ability to control. It will shatter the quarantine and devour this land. You must go now.
Let's do it.
All right.
So we roll up to the theme
Okay.
park.
So what is the emblem that you have chosen for this this chaos?
I believe we had agreed on sorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the page.
Oh.
Our battleground. And I'm going to see if I can put these on.
That's pretty big.
I really hope this works.
Is it like the fighting stages in Dragon Ball Z that they're always fighting on?
Mm-hmm.
A raised platform just comes out of the ground.
Yeah, so while I'm uploading these files, I'll describe that. So you guys work together to draw out the symbol for despair or sorrow, and as you go, the chaos begins to gather into a giant kind of clump over the symbol that you drew out, and Cosmos goes, "Look, the chaos is manifesting. I will create a stage for you to battle on." And like everything around vanishes, and you find yourself standing on this giant three-dimensional platform floating in space.
Does it do the old Final Fantasy like
And
freeze and like spin before?
Yes.
yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Where is it? It's not appearing. Oh, there it is.
Nope.
Okay, let's see if I can stretch it.
What layer do you
Yep.
have it on?
It should be a. Oh man, that's gonna.
It'll re-resolve if you're on the map layer, I think.
All right. I am going to claim the
Oh, there you
green. Oh my, it's a dragon.
Purple, crazy.
Make the area bigger.
Area for what?
You have to go
Maybe I
up to
should
the
shrink
top.
the stage.
Yeah, I guess if you can shrink the stage
Up.
down, you can. If you go
Yeah.
up top, the little bar there, then you can change the.
Yeah, if you go up to the top, find the gear icon on the map, then you can change the dimensions of the map.
So you can, because it looks like you just at a 25 by 25 right now.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
So you need that little
Oh, I
drop
see it.
down.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, what little drop down?
Yeah.
Yeah, at
so
the top. So how you
drop down
switched
at the
us
top,
to that
you
map?
see all the different pages that you have.
You,
that
yeah,
you've
you
built
hover
already.
over the map page.
Yeah, go into the page settings there. Look for the gear icon when you hover over it.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then
Then you can change the height and width there. cat?
This will be edited out in post.
I'm still
Yeah.
yeah, I know, right? Let me see.
Yeah,
I'm
you figure it out.
I'm sorry. I'm not seeing.
So at the top,
The only
where
thing
you-
I'm seeing is how to.
Let me open a new.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Did you find it?
No. I'm still.
Let me open another window here. I don't know if it'll let me
Okay.
launch 2 games
Well-
at once.
All right. So at the very top of the screen,
Where you?
towards the right,
Mhm.
you see 3 bars that drop down.
Mhm.
When you moved the player banner over to this map instead of the other map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You move the player banner.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if you
oh,
hover
page
over
two
the
player
map.
banner.
Oh,
Yeah, the-
okay, okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I got it. All right.
Yeah, and then the gear.
So I'll just increase it to like whatever, like 200.
Also, if you don't want the grid, you can turn that off. I don't know if you want it or
Yeah,
not.
the setting up there is for the grid. You can turn the grid off too. There you go. Now it's bigger.
Okay, so then
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
that gives you plenty of space.
dragon.
Yep,
Okay.
you're good. And I don't think you need to resolve anything either because I think it's plenty.
Oh my, that is massive. All right, sure.
Formless chaos beast. It wears the guise of a dragon. The beast strikes fear in all human hearts.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna read that. This is my one little
Okay, go
prideful
ahead.
thing about the book. There's these Yasuda Sensei, the guy who made this, he did these cool little poem, kind of almost like poem things for each of the different chaos beasts that come out. So that was probably the most fun to translate, was coming up with these cool kind of dark poems about the different monsters. So the formless chaos takes shape. It wears the guise of a dragon, a beast that strikes fear in all human hearts. Let all hear it roar and quake with terror. Let the earth bathe in its terrible breath. And then I'm going to add his moveset. So when you're playing this game, you can choose to reveal or not reveal the opponent moveset. I'm going to reveal it. We're playing on kind of normal setting. You can choose to do different difficulties in this game. There's easy, which makes it basically easy mode is everybody has a bunch of mana, which allows them to kind of fill out if people aren't great at drawing out the image or the symbols in the number of moves they have, then it can kind of help them with that. And then there's normal, which is what we're playing on, and then there's hard, which is the enemies get additional stuff, additional powers, and they have more life.
Did we get the? Did we get the guess
Yes.
right? Okay.
As the dragon appears, you see that it has blue flaming tears dripping down its face, and it's like, why does reality have to exist? I must return it all to chaos, or I'll never escape this pain. So you have successfully emblemized the Chaos Dragon of Sorrow.
Yay!
Huzzah! We got the right one.
You guys did good.
It's for the
So
maximum
you'll
number
notice that it has.
of players.
I have claimed the
Say what?
green player tag.
Oh, it's for the maximum number of players.
So 4 is the maximum number that it's intended for. So I'm going to go over here. Yes, if you guys could write in your names
That
in
makes
these,
sense.
and then
Space of the stage.
I was a fool and I did not prepare beforehand with the book, and so now I'm forgetting some things like what your HP is supposed to be set at, and
Wow, he took the blow. I was
what
taking the blow.
Oh, our HP is equal to our
Athletics,
Oh, he
I'm
moved it,
guessing.
okay.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics, I believe.
Yes.
So,
Is it working?
and then, so go ahead and draw if you want to cross out any hearts that are above your athletics.
And I lost a hit point earlier, remember?
Yes, correct.
Took a
So
spill.
go ahead and cross one additional one.
Whoa,
And then
stupid.
You can heal, so just make sure you
draw
don't
a
keep running.
line.
What's happening?
Thank you.
What is happening?
And then yes, so that's good.
Son of a
Guessing Matt's drawing that is it shows the link between the two characters that have done their unison. So that shows that you're now in unison. And then I'm trying to remember the base. I wish I had the sheet with the base range on it. So depending on how many characters in the, I should just open up the translation.
So you said athletics is our life
Hmm.
or HP? Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yes.
So the last two I don't need.
There we go. I'm just going to open up my translation. That's what I'll do. That's a lot faster than the PDF.
And then I am short.
Here it is. With 3 players, it is base 7.
Oh, go ahead and
Oh, interesting. So our base movement speed is based on the number of players.
That's cool.
okay. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna try and cram a lot of different instructions in here.
Do we need to mark how much mana we have too?
So okay, so that's all of you now have 4 mana. So I take away everything beyond 4 mana and keep it for myself. Which the GM has certain things that he can do with mana, including resurrect you guys if you all die.
Interesting.
If you game over, I can turn back time and redo it. But all of you start battle with 4 mana. So the uses of mana in battle are 2 different things. One is if you look on your character sheet, you have a standard skill called Mana Trace, which is each turn you can burn 1 mana to draw 1 line anywhere you want. So it's good for if you just need that one last line to finish out a figure, you can burn a mana to sketch it out, but only 1 mana per turn. You also use mana to pay the cost for your skills. So if you look at the bottom right of your character sheet, there is a, let me pop it up.
Wondering about that.
Sure. There is a, under your, it's listed as a style. Under that, there will be a special skill that you can use. So we didn't really get into styles. It's one of the, basically it's your class or your job in this game. And so it usually gives you 1 or 2 little kind of special abilities that you do. And so you will use mana to use those abilities.
Okay.
Okay.
The
And
other, yep, go ahead.
I was gonna say one quick housekeeping thing. When you are drawing your summon lines on the map, I would suggest using the color of your thing. So I'll be blue lines, Matt will be pink, and then Matthew will be green.
Yeah, absolutely. That is 100% a good thing to do. So again, with the mana, so we will no longer be doing assigning mana to everybody. Now mana is part of the battle. So yeah, I would also recommend drawing. It's kind of annoying, but I would draw your lines 1 line at a time and let time, because you're going to need to be able to erase different parts of them. And so if you draw it as 1 long thing, then you won't be able to erase just parts of it, because you're actually going to need to select each. So I would just do 1, 1, 1, 1. The other abilities that you can use besides your style ability, which you use by paying mana, and the mana ability, There is sprint. Sprint is something you can try to do each turn. Basically, you roll an athletics check. If you pass it, it gives you +2 to your movement. If you fail that check, then it takes 2 away from your movement. And each of you has a trick, which is right under your character image on the right. This is once per battle, you can use a special movement ability based on what kind of thing you ride. Sorry,
I can ollie over your
kind of some gear you have. Yep. So we'll get a little bit more into. So there are 3 different movement actions that you can take on your turn. One is skating, which you skate and you draw a line. One is jumping, which is you move from point A to one. You move one space without leaving a line behind because you're jumping. This allows you to get over other people's lines, and it will also allow you to get over cracks and shattered spaces, which we'll talk about once the enemy attacks and I make some.
Ooh, okay.
And you can spin, which is if you are next to any mana that has fallen onto the battlefield, it will gather that mana to you. It uses 1 point and basically just spin in place. Okay. So skating, jumping, and spinning all use 1 movement per 1 kind of line that you draw. And they'll be diagonal or vertical or horizontal.
So,
and you're
okay.
Yeah.
I won't ask any questions. I just want to. Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on, so there's going to be a lot to discuss. But very, very first, to begin the battle, each of you needs to roll 2d6 twice to decide where your character starts the battle. So the first time will be I want to say it goes horizontal, then vertical.
Yeah, it's always a.
So roll 2d6. Down. Yep. And then if you want to go ahead and just place like a dot wherever your character is, just to differentiate, and
horizontal then vertical.
Yep.
What did I get? 10 and a 10. Oh, look at that. That's crazy.
Right above, or not too far from me.
Your polygon line might be set a little too high there, Matt. Oh.
Which one? Really?
Did you just draw a circle? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you was like your line marker. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, that's my pawn.
Yeah, it's just that'll be your character marker.
Can you see that? You can't see that.
Oh. No. Oh boy.
See what where?
So okay, I forgot. I need to.
That. Can you see mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to pull.
Can 2 people be
Sorry,
on the same spot? How do you deal with that?
No. You cannot. You can move past each other. You can pass each other, but you can't stand on the same. You can't end your turn on the same spot.
So what if
as
I had
somebody
rolled
else.
2 10s and Matt had rolled 2 10s? We just have to. Roll
one of you would need to re-roll.
Okay.
You need to re-roll. So I'm going to upload. I need to upload Sorrow because this dragon has the power of sorrow.
Fun.
And so I'm going to put that on the just on the stage with you, so it can remind you of what it has. Sorry, there's a lot of prep work. I'll get a little bit more into the nitty gritty of yeah. So I'm going to put sorrow out here.
So if you knew, just I can give you some Roll20 tips and stuff, but like if you knew like all this was going to need to be up here, you can like hide it from us and then like reveal it if it's on the map layer.
Yeah, and
hide things and stuff, and
Yeah, you can put things on the GM layer.
Yeah,
which prevents the players from seeing it, even though it's already in place.
And then you just switch it to map layer, and we'll see.
Okay.
So like just general housekeeping crap. So next time you want to run it, you can have it all ready to go.
Are you guys able to read the sorrow card? Is that too? That's probably giant.
I got it. No, that was fine.
Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
He's moving it over.
Okay. So
Whenever a
the
body part is
effect of
destroyed,
these cards. Yep.
so like the
A
dragon's
4x4
body part.
area.
Can you make the map significantly smaller? It's just really obnoxious to scroll everywhere on something so huge.
Just
Oh,
zoom out.
okay. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I'm running it like 40% right now, and I can see everything. It's fine.
Yeah, just every
Yeah,
time I
if
scroll,
you
it ends up
use
going
your-
halfway across the screen.
Well, if you just zoom out,
Wait, I'm just.
Okay.
I don't find just freaking out then.
Then
I don't know. Whatever.
oh boy.
memo, old dude. In case we forgot.
So
I'm gonna throw.
oh boy.
What'd you do?
I completely forgot. I'm such a good host. I completely forgot. I needed to prepare the actual card for the Chaos Dragon because one of the advantages you get if you get the right, if you guess the correct emblem, that you actually get the Chaos figure as a summon. So you can sketch out the Chaos Dragon's. You can sketch out the Chaos Dragon's symbol and summon him as summon him to attack. Obviously, his whatchamacallit, his thing is very, very
You can
his
turn it
rank.
against him.
Oh, man, I'm forgetting my words.
24.
Yeah, no. Well, you can use him once. His rank is really, really high, but
So how many lines can you sketch per turn?
7. So that's your range.
Okay,
That's the base range we all share.
unless we use some sort of.
Unless you have
buff or
something
something.
to change that, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Which I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have sprint. It lets me attempt an athletics check to increase.
Yeah, I have sprint as well.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, guys, that the Sorrow card that's out there, the effect is going to be ongoing, so that whenever we destroy a body part, a 4x4 area is going to be shattered. So basically, like a chunk of the board is going to drop out beneath us,
Right.
and that's going to
Every
be really
time
bad, right?
Yeah.
So if we can draw the Sorrow design on the board, then it destroys that card, and it also does some damage to the Chaos Dragon. Now it's going to be hard because it's a really big figure, and the Chaos Dragon is going to be breaking the board as we try to do it, so it's going to be tough.
So only you and I could do it, though, right? Because we're in unison.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on,
Well,
I am.
Get Freya going and add me to the unison.
yeah.
Although really you'd have to do it twice to add me to unison with both of you.
Like if the three of us worked together and had it sketched out, like the way that the summoning
The three of us
summoning
could do
happens
it.
after the drawing. So if one person is unison with the two other people, then that person can use their double unison to use everybody's lines at once. To summon.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct. Sorry, thank you so much for giving that explanation for the yeah. So there are several tactical things to think about, and one of them is getting rid of the Sorrow card. And not only does it get rid of his effect, but it also deals 1 damage to every body part.
So we
When
have
you
to kill
seal it.
every body part to win
No, you only have to kill the main body to win.
the main body to win.
I see.
So the main body is number 6.
Yeah. But his HP is pretty high.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
I think the best way to-
just about
to-
got the
to figure it out is just to land into it and
I
go.
almost got this uploaded. Yep. And the last thing I completely forgot is whether I think the GM takes his turn first, and then it's the first skate phase. Yeah.
Boo.
Okay. So I'm going to move first, and then you guys. So
How
is
do you
everybody
know?
on the board right now? I only see
Yeah.
2 dots. Oh,
His green dot's up there. It's kind of hard to see.
Let me see if I can find a better green.
okay. So on top of my extreme jankness, you guys are getting the Japanese image of the thing, but this will show you how to draw the Chaos Dragon, and I'll just tell you, it deals 8 damage.
Whew. That's
So
a one-hit kill.
it takes
Ow.
it is 19. It is rank 19, so it takes 19 lines to draw. But if you summon it, it will deal 8 damage to an enemy.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So if we draw the
All right.
snow, we get that. Is that what I understand?
No. So because you chose the correct emblem, you
Oh, we
get that.
this. Okay.
You have it. So any of you can summon the Chaos Dragon, but only once. It can only be summoned once per battle.
Right, because it's rank 19.
Well, and Chaos figure cards are slightly different. They're because they're shared by the party.
Okay.
So as a party,
Many of us
you can
can
only
do it,
use
yeah.
them once.
It's a
Okay.
lot.
So, all right. So every turn, the GM will roll to see which body part attacks you. So I go ahead and roll a 1d6.
He told your friend's telling you to check the Discord for English cards. If you're interested.
Oh,
But
Whoops.
we'll just go from here.
okay.
We're good.
Thank you. He's got my back. Okay, so I rolled a 2, which means that I got arms. The attack is Rending Claws. Shatter a 2x2 area. Any PCs in the area must make an athletics check. So anytime a enemy attack is going to shatter an area, I have to, unless it specifically tells you where to do it, I go down to this little chart that's called Destruction Objectives, and I roll a 1d6 to figure out basically the AI for the monster, what it's going to focus on when it's shattering things. So I roll another d6, which is a 1. So I target number 1 is downed. I target the PC with the lowest remaining HP. So my attack is going to be centered on whoever has the lowest HP, which at this point is
It's me. Ito, the old dude.
Ito.
Yeah.
Ito.
Oh, no,
so
Ito.
I'm going to. So this is what shattering is like. So I draw black dots.
Okay.
And these are shattered spaces, and what happens when shattered spaces are next to each other is that the shattered with what we call cracks, and if they are next to the edge of the board, then they automatically connect to the edge of the board.
Which makes sense.
These lines, you cannot skate over them. You must jump over them. If they interrupt any of your summoning lines, that summon cannot be used. Basically, you can't use lines that are blocked off by cracks.
Makes sense.
And if the cracks ever extend from the bottom of the stage to the top of the stage, or from the left of the stage to the right of the stage, it's game over. The stage shatters completely.
Okay.
All right. So, and you have to make an athletics, Ito.
All right. I make it.
Okay. You take 2 damage.
Okay.
All right,
On
and
the-
then
Sorry. On the dragon's card, the circle and the X, what is the circle like?
The
Like
circle.
a red circle,
that's-
blue X.
That's a
Oh,
success.
those are so the yeah, for the check. That means that if you made the check, the circle is a success on that check, and the X is a
Oh, okay. So
failure
he
on
takes
that
2 damage instead of 4 damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Correct.
Alright.
Yep. All right.
Kind of a damage redo damage.
We're gonna go ahead.
version.
We'll just the same order we were. Yeah, we'll follow the same order we were going in. Joe, and then Matthew, and then Matt.
Okay, so I've got a base move of 7, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Now,
I have
your athletics is pretty high, right?
yeah.
Or well, relatively. So if you rolled 2d6 at the top of your turn and you rolled under it, then you would get an extra 2 lines. But if you fail, then you get minus 2 lines.
Can you do that check every time?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll do that check just for the heck of it this time.
Yeah. Whew.
Okay.
Very nice. Well done.
You got
Barely.
plus
Wow,
2
okay.
movement, so you can
So now I
now
have
draw 9 lines.
Okay.
So the way that
but
they
you can only do
the way-
one symbol per turn, right? Like, say
No.
I had a symbol, or I can do multiple symbols. I can do multiple summons per turn.
Hmm.
Okay.
If you can draw anything you can draw out. So the first phase is skating. So anything you skate
Yeah.
everything out, and then you go to a summon phase, and anything that you have the lines for, you can summon.
Now, the way that I understand it, and Ben, stop me if I'm wrong, but so right now this is the drawing phase, and after the 3 of us are done drawing, then we go into the summon phase.
Anything
then-
that's complete will get
Correct.
summoned.
Right.
Okay.
But the way that it works is that like when you summon them, like they appear and you delete the lines and you know, like your stands or your figures are kind of floating next to you, ready to do their thing whenever you tell them to. So yeah.
Okay.
So you can wait
it's
on
not like
them.
an auto cast. It's like I wait and
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's especially important for healing ones because not only can you use summons whenever, that means you can use them immediately after an enemy attack and things like that. And so for healing ones, it's good to have summoned and then have them kind of held back until somebody is actually going to die or you're actually going to game over because they're going to shatter the stage. And then you throw out the healing. And you can do that. You can use it as an interrupt right before you're about to die.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice.
Sweet.
So you can summon things and
auto
then hold
potion.
them in reserve. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Auto Phoenix down, basically.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will skate out Freya to get her. I imagine it's a her. Queued up.
Mhm.
So I can. So I'll just. You have to continue and do it in continuous lines.
Well,
Yes.
You want to make that shape, right? So
I'm
you,
confused on how I make an X
so like or
without skating over myself.
so like
You
it
can
would be like
you can skate
1,
over yourself.
2, right, and then skip over like that, and then skip over like that, or even just you can just keep on making lines. It doesn't really matter.
But then it wouldn't be the right symbol.
No, it is. As long
I
as
know.
that symbol exists within, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
And then
okay.
So
and then when you summon it, you know that symbol only is deleted.
and then the lines, any lines you made are not deleted. So,
Okay, so
you
now-
can make,
So my Freya is a 4. So it would be 1, 2. Oh wait, no, I got to go up here, right? Okay. Let me control. What is it? It's Control Z to undo last point. And it's not working. I'm on a Mac, so it's Command Z. No, I'm just ignore this. I will delete it and we'll start over again. Come on. Boop, delete. Okay, here we go again. Polygon line. So I was 10, 10. So start here, go.
the The only thing about the polygon is that remember you have to do one segment at a time because you have to be able to delete any part of the line
Yeah,
you're
I can.
drawing. So
I'll just end
okay.
it with each polygon. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so the way the X works, so if I was going to make an X, I'd have to go. It's only 4 things though. I'm confused. So
Well,
do I make my?
it's 4 lines total, but in order
So
to
is it?
make them, you might have to make extra movements.
But it would be 4 lines in a small box, right? Not a double box.
So it would be
I
like
I'd go up to 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would probably be the most economical way of making it, or
Okay.
of course, this other way would work
Yeah.
too.
Okay. That's what I'm just trying to picture.
Yeah.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to hold on. Sorry. Edit this out. I got it now. My brain is working. It's late. I'm tired. 1. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I got that. And then let me look at. Ooh, I don't know if I can do much good here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm up to 9, right? I've got 9 I can do.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just go 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and so I'll end here. Let me put a circle down. Alt. So I'm ending right here. Does that work?
That works. All right, Matthew.
Okay,
So we'll do all of the skating first, and then we do the summons.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So we don't have too much crazy damage going on. I'll start with getting some of these guys going. All right, I've got 7. 4 for that. All right, so I will do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I have to do it in separate bits.
yeah, that's the hard part.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
What are you working on, Loki?
Yeah. Yeah, Loki has potential for massive damage.
Loki's a good one.
Remember, you can use your mana to have additional lines being drawn anywhere on the board.
That's true.
Yeah, I would just spend 1 mana, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
maybe to finish it out so that you get them summoned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, once you
yeah.
use the summon, you have to re-summon them to use them again, right?
Yes.
Correct. You have to redraw. You have to redraw the summoning symbol.
Cool.
All right, well, I guess I might as well. So yeah, I'll spend 1 point of mana to do that.
This concept would make a great video game.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Okay, that's it for Matthew. On to Matt.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Could you move your dot to where you end up, just so we can keep track?
Working on it.
Okay, sorry.
So let's see. Okay. So I got 7. It's really 50-50 if I'm going to be able to get the extra 2 or not. I don't think I'm going to. All right.
All right.
I think I'm going to. I probably need to activate Elf. So I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 7. And then 7.
What is that?
Yeah. I think that should be good for Elf.
All right, let's keep going. Sorry for the interruption.
No problem.
No worries. We're making progress.
I'm just moving my character so that I can delete
So-
something underneath it.
Same.
Everybody has moved now, so we move on to the summoning phase, which
Wrong one.
to summon a figure that you have drawn the thing out for, you just erase that. You erase their symbol, basically, that you just drew out, and you are free to. So let's go ahead. I need to keep track of who's got.
So
what
only the
summoned right now.
lines that were used to
Make that. No,
Make-
only the lines that of the actual symbol. Even if you
Okay.
use the lines to make them, so you need to put back any of the lines that didn't actually go directly into the symbol. So has Freya.
Okay.
Matthew has Loki.
Yep.
Matt has that was Elf.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to mark down, and then I will cross them out when you actually use them.
Okay.
So you can use them right now, or you can hold on to them.
I see no reason to not use mine right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here.
Yes,
Mhm.
attacks tend to you want to use them right when you do it. So go ahead and let's do the damage first. So go ahead and roll Loki, or do Loki's thing, which is you roll 1d6.
The one number that I didn't want.
Oh, I'm guessing that
Oh
was
my
yeah. So
Oh, man.
unfortunately, due to Loki's power, 3 means no damage. So that one
Dang.
fizzled.
Aw.
That is
Gross.
unfortunate. Okay, and then go ahead. So we're going to use Freya, and you are going to connect which 2 players?
Who should I connect? You guys are close to each other, so I think I should connect you two first. And then,
Okay.
So I will draw a blue line from pink to green. Yoink.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
Very
Cool.
cool.
All right. And so
And what does
Elf
Elf
is
do?
being held on to.
Mm-hmm.
What does elf
healer.
do? I don't remember. Oh, it's a heal. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So back to
Okay.
the GM phase.
Question.
Yes.
Can you mirror the symbol?
No.
Okay, so I can't draw the arrow coming off of Mars the other direction.
Right.
No.
Okay, got it.
Right. All right. So D6 to figure out. That's a 1. The eyes
Again.
engage. All PCs must make a willpower check. So all of you,
2d6?
please make a willpower check.
Oh no.
Yes,
2d6
2d6 versus
Yeah.
your willpower.
8.
Ooh, I made it.
What is my willpower?
So you're trying to roll under your
Damn it.
willpower.
I failed.
So if you succeed, take 2 damage. If you fail,
Oh my, you weren't kidding about Rocket Tag.
and so if you fail, you take 4 damage, and any unisons that you had are severed.
Okay. Great. That's cool.
So
Totally cool.
um,
How much damage? 4?
4.
Jeez. Okay, whoever had those drew those black lines needs to delete them on the
Okay.
unison board.
What black lines?
On the unison board?
Yeah.
The
need-
Unison.
Never mind. They're
Okay,
gone.
so yep, Robin and Ito are still linked up, but Rin is taking damage and has been severed. So okay, Joe, you're up.
Oh, Unison
Okay.
severed. That's what it did. Okay, sorry. I thought you
Okay, I
said
need
figures
to see.
were severed, which... Okay. Now I understand.
Yep.
Hold on
No
a second.
problem.
I'm doing some counting. So 1, 2,
Sure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And remember, you're back to 7 now, unless you do a sprint check again.
Sprint check. What is it? A D6?
Uh,
It's athletics.
Athletics.
2d6 roll under for your athletic.
What's my athletic again? Refresh my memory. 9? Is that what it is? Yes.
That sounds
Ah, okay.
good.
Nice.
All right.
All right,
So
you got 9.
I'm going to go freehand here. So I'm going to draw this one. So back to 8 and 12. So it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to burn a mana to finish the Mars.
Yes. Very nice.
Nice.
Yes. Very nice.
So that puts me here.
Yes. Well done.
So I need to delete a mana mark.
All right, Matthew.
So Matthew, I wonder if we should start drawing the dragon symbol.
The Chaos Dragon.
Yeah.
It's huge, but it'll take a couple rounds, but we could do it.
As long as you don't lose any squares.
Yeah.
That's always the...
I mean, even if we do, I can heal them up to a point with Elf.
But one important consideration is that even when you repair shattered spaces, any lines drawn over the repaired space are erased.
Yeah.
So if you're hoping to, if you have like a big thing drawn out and you're hoping to just clear off the shattered spaces and it'll be okay again, you lose those parts that are shattered.
We'll have to
still.
redraw that section.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, I figured as much for that.
Makes sense.
I don't know, because if we can make it, then no matter what part we draw, it would destroy the dragon.
Well, the dragon doesn't cover the whole field. It's only 7 spaces wide.
But he's saying the damage it would do. It would be like an in-game scenario for
Yeah.
the dragon.
Even if we rolled a 4, because that's
I
like
see,
the
I
tail
see.
has the most hit points. So
Mhm.
even if we rolled a 4, we would do 3 damage to it, and then the remaining 5 damage would roll onto the main body, which is
Oh, that's how that works. Okay.
You roll each hit of damage separately.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Right,
that's
right,
right. I
right.
forgot about that. Okay.
So it spreads out all over
Oh, okay.
So it's
So-
8 damage, and it'll be divided. I mean,
Gotcha,
it's
okay.
very
It's still a ton of
possible
damage.
to be able to I mean,
Right.
you
Okay.
get lucky and strip down, but
Never mind.
don't count on it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you'd have to hope for like a bunch of 6s.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is possible.
I
The way I've been rolling
rescind.
tonight.
I rescind my previous thing then.
Who
Okay.
has the Dryad? Who got the Tree Spirit? Is that me? No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got the Dryad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, try it.
Roger.
Yes. Okay.
So whose turn is it? Matt?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, it's my turn.
Matthew. Okay.
Done.
Okay. So it sounds like we're not doing the dragon then.
That's I don't know.
It's not as OP as we thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll just draw a quick Thor.
Yeah, you can do that within one.
1, 2, 3. 4. What the? Oh. 6, 7.
I like that you have to think about geometry too, because if you
Mhm.
start drawing the pattern wrong, you one way you'll have enough moves and one way you won't.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
like you could screw it up. Like, oh
All
shoot.
right. So
All right.
there's
Matt.
my Thor.
Let's see. Okay.
Problem is you're close to
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Valkyrie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you need to steal part of my Thor to draw something better, by all means.
All right. I guess I'm going to risk it. I'm gonna roll 2d6 to see if I can beat my
7.
Brent.
yeah. Ooh, I did it. Whew, okay,
Nice.
that's good. All right. So that's 1. Oops. I don't know why my color defaults to a bright green.
Because
I
it's
think
the
mine
color of your thing at the bottom.
Mine defaults to purple.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
the
can set that?
yeah. You can click on that little box and check a new color.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Jeez.
Well, that's good to know.
I use Roll20 a lot, so if you need any,
I thought I did, but I guess not enough. Okay, 1, 2 to hop back, 3,
Oh, that makes life so much easier. Thank you, Joe.
5. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I will use 1 and then 2.
You can only use it once per turn.
Only once.
oh
Yeah, Mono Trace is only once per turn.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
What
I
if-
think
No,
Hold on, hold on.
You may trace 1 additional for each mana you spend.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
That's correct.
he's right. And after he deleted everything,
Sorry.
I was prepared to be wrong.
is it just me or does Matt's character guy look like Drew Carey posting the prices right? Plinko.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
burn that mana.
All right. On to the summon phase. So go ahead and erase everything and tell me what you're summoning.
You're starting the dragon, aren't you?
No. I'm doing the Valkyrie.
I know you are now, but with all those horizontal lines, it looks like you're starting the dragon.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
no,
yeah.
I deleted my character icon on accident.
Oops.
Will it still be assigned to you when I pull it back on?
I don't. I
Probably
think you
not.
might have to reassign it. Yeah,
Okay.
That's
and it's
easy.
massive again.
Oh, this is definitely a
That's okay.
start to dragon. Okay. Well, that's good. I will start moving up to the top of dragon.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start on the feet then.
Where did I stop?
Okay, so Joe summoned Mars. Matthew summoned.
Thor.
What'd you summon? Thor.
Thor. Thor.
And Matt summoned Valkyrie. So all attacks this turn.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and start with let's just do them in order. Joe, if you want to do Mars.
We're gonna 4 damage to the body.
Let me pull up the. No, sorry, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting to explain how these things work.
Oh,
So,
okay.
what you do is, if it says just damage, just roll 4. Roll
D6?
1d6 4 times.
Okay.
Each time will designate which body part takes damage.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so we got
Write it down.
5, 2, 1, 1. All right. So I'm going to
And
go
then
ahead.
I get to repair 1 shattered space as well.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Like 1
So
square?
yeah, let me do the damage to the dragon first, and then I will.
Okay.
You can do that. So
Dragon
that was.
damage.
So these, by the way, these green boxes of health, these are for hard mode. So you should only be looking at the orange ones.
Okay.
The green ones are not used. So I'm just gonna. Okay, so you did 1 damage to 5, which is the wings. You did 2 damage to 1. So 1, you actually destroyed it. So
Yeah,
the eyes are destroyed.
Nice.
Mars like stabbed his eyes out. Nice.
Yep, and then 2 took 1 damage.
So if you roll a 1 now, nothing happens.
No, now any damage to 1 goes to the main body.
No. If you roll an attack and it's a 1, it doesn't attack us.
I believe it goes. I think
No.
the main body attacks.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, it defaults to main body.
No, that's fine. That makes sense.
All right.
It's better than breaking our
Okay.
unisons.
It's like,
So
how can it
since
see us now that it doesn't have eyes?
it's chaos incarnate. It's
It
okay.
doesn't need eyes.
Not where we're going.
Unfortunately, though,
Okay,
the
so-
4x4 area is destroyed.
All right. So before anything else happens, we have to.
Heal
I've got a
space.
bunch. Sorry, Mars cards. No, because it's damage. Or so I'm trying to remember. So it's the sorrow effect takes
Oh right.
takes sorrow takes effect.
Oh,
So what
whenever
I
a body
do.
part is destroyed, a 4x4 area is shattered. At any
Yep.
PC within
So-
the selected area, take 4 damage. Jeez Louise.
So I'm going to roll 2d6 twice, and that will tell me the
11,
vertical
Oh, hey. So,
and horizontal. So that's the center of what's going to be shattered. So 4x4 there. So I'm just going to do a.
if you just did like a big square in that area. And
Yeah.
did the lines
Yeah,
off
So
it.
I'm just going to kind of.
3.
It runs into the edge. So
Wow, that's big.
Wait. No. You're doing that wrong. It's 11, 3.
4x4.
So it's 11 over first, and then 3 down. So it's up here.
Maybe the top
in this
right.
corner.
whoops. You're right. That's my bad.
That's too big.
Does it force it to 4x4 still, even though it'd be smaller than that? And my token's gone.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll
okay.
get back. Yes. It's so that's the center of it. But if it goes off stage, then it still has to be a 4x4.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, couldn't make it that easy.
Tragic.
That's a huge area. Jesus.
Yeah, it is.
And it connects to the edges on all. He drew a waffle with hair.
Waffle! Oh, that's
Like, oh my
concerning.
God.
That's good. Meme.
Alrighty.
Okay. And nobody's in that one, so it doesn't. Okay, so you can go ahead and heal the. You can heal the one shattered space that you want. So
I'll do,
delete it and any lines.
I'll do this one, I guess.
Can you put my token back on the board?
Yes.
Actually,
hold on.
Do this one. Do this one here instead. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna
So
try and.
That
Okay,
works.
there.
You got it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great.
That way.
Okay,
there's
and
more
then.
space. Matthew, where were you?
I was here.
Okay. Ah!
Giant figure skater.
Okay.
That'll work.
Save. Okay. And then because so every space you dealt damage to drops a mana, and every body part that you destroyed gets you an extra mana. And so what happens there is I again roll random. Well, the mana doesn't go directly to you. It goes
On the board.
it goes onto the map.
Okay.
8 by 6. So I'm just going to draw a little yellow. 8 by 6 goes right here.
What happens if it lands on a shattered spot? It just stays there until it heals? Because you can't skate on a shattered spot, right? So,
Correct.
like, what happens if I try to skate
Oh
on
wait,
a shattered
no,
spot?
these are on intersection. These aren't on spots that can be shattered. They're on intersections.
I
Or
see.
only 7/7. So that one falls right onto Ito. So Ito gains another mana.
Oh, nice.
Lucky.
And then
Convenient.
10 by 10.
Hey, that's where I
10.
started.
And then one more. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. Up here.
I'm already trying
Okay.
to think of the macros I could write to do all these rolls for you.
Right?
Okay. I think that's so that was Mars has attacked. Okay, next is Thor.
And now I can't use Mars again. I'm done.
Correct.
Okay.
As he was over your rank.
Alrighty, and then
This is-
So for Thor is you roll 2 dice and then you get to set one to the other. Basically, so they both roll the same thing.
alright, and so the
Not
one
2d6.
would go to the main body. Is that correct?
Just roll two single.
Oh,
Ds.
okay, so 5 and 1.
Yeah, 5 and 1.
Well, no, that's fine. He got 5 and 1, so
Okay.
you can choose to set them both to 1, and then they would both hit the main body
Oh,
because eyes are out.
yeah.
Right.
And the wings are actually kind of a nice thing. It's one of the easier ones to deal with.
Yeah, the wings
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah, the wings aren't bad. Yeah, I'll throw both of those at
So-
the again.
Nice.
Okay,
Well done.
good. So that's 2 damage to the
To the eyes and thus the
That
body.
is- 2 damage to the main body. Good. So the main body is down to 4, and you get 1 mana. So it's not a mana for every damage you deal. It's a mana for every different body part you hit at least once, and then for any body parts you shatter or destroy.
Okay.
So let's
What was that
roll
again?
2,
Thor.
10 and 2. So over 10, down 2. So right. Oh, it's right here. Okay. All right. And then Valkyrie. Valkyrie is how many damage?
3.
3. Okay. Go ahead and roll 3d6. 4, 2, and 4.
What does Valkyrie do?
Just 3 damage, I believe.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a straightforward
Keep tricking the wrong.
attack one. Okay. So 2 that destroys the arms. The arms are now out. and 4 takes 2 damage. But that means that Sorrow activates again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll 2d6 twice.
Man, we should have just
Determine
got
where
rid of it, started doing the sorrow.
Oh, it's right in the middle too.
Oh no.
7 and 8. Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's all right.
You're all
It's
gonna
all right.
take. You two are gonna have to take
No,
damage.
no, but that's totally fine. I have this covered.
He's got a plan.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to spend all your. You're gonna spend all your rolls your things getting out of the middle of that mess.
So let's go up. I am so sorry. This is when this
Do you
connects
have to make
there.
those marks in the middle? I don't think you really need the marks.
I think you guys just lost.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we did.
No, because I have
No. Wait,
I have
remember,
elf.
he can interrupt.
I have
Oh
elf.
yeah, that's right.
So
I have
let me finish drawing this all out,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
If he's about to get rid of it, does it matter if you draw it?
What?
Well, Elf won't get rid of all of it.
Elf will get rid of enough of it to save you, basically.
That was a good one to put in your pocket.
Yeah.
Lose, not on a test play. Well, actually, it's a pretty rough game. Actually,
Well, if you wanted to do
like
this again, say next week,
I'd be down to try this again.
And then we would avoid a lot of the
First time
stuff
struggles.
us trying to figure it out, and we'll give you a much cleaner playthrough.
But I think the figuring it out is kind of what we want.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
right.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
I can see both sides.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for in the final video.
Let's go
Are you
ahead.
looking for, hey, this is a video of people figuring it out, or are you looking for, hey, this is a video of people just playing it?
Yeah, that's true. Do you
well-
want to see people playing it, like how it's supposed to go, like the flow of it, or do you want like an instructional video? Because
Both,
it
please.
says both, please. So,
Yeah, let's do this again.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Yeah,
it's easy.
so-
It's fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's do Elf. So if you would kind of ping where you would. So Elf is what by what?
2 by 2.
So it's gonna center right here.
Okay. Okay. So
I see
Do they have to do a damage
I
roll?
see
or
how it
something?
is. Save the lines, not the ally.
Well, if it touches,
yes, you have to do. Well, it's a 2 by 2. Oh yeah, you're out. So it'd be outside of the area, but no, that's definitely.
No, you're
Womp
good.
womp.
You're good.
I mean, that's the only
Yeah,
way.
that's the only way to not.
That'll
That's the only way to not game over right now.
No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, that's why it was game over, because it crossed the field. I forgot about that.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
connected top to bottom. I didn't even realize it was going to do it until I was like, oh, that connects.
Oops, yeah.
With a
okay,
bunch
so that
of
was
4x4
2, but okay,
fields, it's
so
easy to do.
yeah, no, absolutely.
So then Mars, that would have been a reason to clean up this one instead of this one to prevent that lineup.
Yeah, but I couldn't foresee that was going to happen.
Mm.
Well, these were already here at that point, but yes.
Okay, that's true.
That's fair.
I guess that makes sense. I see what you're saying.
It's a little ugly, but
That'll work. That'll work.
Well, now we see the strategy of the game
Mm-hmm.
a little better. What I was doing when
Okay.
I cleared that space was thinking that it gave you guys more area to
More room to
do.
do the dragon.
Mm.
Yeah, which also makes
Dragon or
perfect
whatever.
sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you are in extreme danger right now because it's very, very easy for him to, if he decides that he wants to shatter something and he aims for like board destruction or whatever, I could pretty much immediately fill that space in. So
Mm.
you're one bad roll away from dying still.
Yeah.
So, but you did shatter a part and you dealt damage to another, so that's another 2. It's another 2 mana. 11 and 6. So yeah, like I said, the balance of this game is extremely like either you can be riding very high and immediately get crushed down, or you can flip it. Or I mean, it changes very, very quickly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 goes here and 3 and 6. Okay. All right. So that was all of the summons, which means it is now the Great Chaos Dragon's turn.
Oh,
Time to find out if we die or not.
yeah.
So he's going to roll d6. 4 is the tail. One PC must make a magic check. It doesn't indicate which PC.
Roll a d3.
So
Roll a d3.
Yeah.
Oh. Forgot. Sorrow's 4 damage to PCs.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
You two that were caught in there also take 4 damage.
So
You're
do
dead.
yeah, because I wasn't.
You're down.
I was not in that area, was I?
So
Because it was.
Well, since Elf interrupted it, no, you're still in it.
no, you're still within the range of the attack. So even though you healed that part of the shattering,
Right.
you didn't prevent the
You selected area.
you didn't prevent the attack from hitting you.
Yeah, but Elf also heals anybody in that area. Is he
Oh, you're
considered
right.
In that area.
Right.
You have to be. So it was the 2x2 area there. He's on the fringe of that. He would have to be actually in the center of it.
Oh, okay.
The edges do not count as being in the thing. There's
Okay.
it's. I wish that we had the books so I could like flip it open and show you. But there's there's diagrams that show you what counts as inside
It's
or
like-
outside.
Let's see. I'll
Yeah,
so it's like
so the elf affects this area specifically.
that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I am
So, yeah.
knocked out.
You're downed, which means
There-
that so when you're
You're
downed,
raised.
you cannot move. You can still summon things if you had like already summoned something. You could still use it.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as anybody heals you, you're back up.
Gotcha.
As soon as he gets any healing, he's back up. If all of you get down, then it's game over.
Makes sense.
Okay. So both of you have taken the 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and I rolled. That's right, tail. So
Did those lines disappear as well, or are they still there?
which lines?
His
Lines
lines.
that were scribed.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
don't
his
know.
lines are fine.
Okay. Can you
Yep,
redraw
no.
those, Matt?
I'm sorry.
Matt,
lines.
can you redraw the 2 lines you just erased?
Oh, so those were wiped out by the by.
Oh,
they were
the
shattered.
repair. That's right. They were shattered and then repaired. The repairing erases anything that was in there.
Okay.
That's
Never mind then.
Okay, so I'm going to target. I'm going to target Rin, since she has the. At this point, I'm going to give you guys some slack. Make a magic check. Oh man,
Your breath.
even it doesn't really matter who I.
I beat it.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Only
I'm a
take
10.
3 damage.
I
You only
take
take 3. Yes.
Good God.
Guys, really, if we can do 4 damage to the body, we win.
I know.
Yeah.
I got an
It's-
idea.
it's-
So give me.
Okay,
The balance is so close. So
you guys can do it.
Well, if I can get a Loki off and roll a 4 or 5, then that has a good chance of hitting the body.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that mess.
I believe in you guys.
oh man. So don't one thing you have to remember is that there's also a conditional if you look over on the dragon's
Right. What about that?
attack page. As soon as it hits 3 HP or less, it immediately kicks off this attack. So
So hold on. Let me do some planning.
okay. So go ahead. You guys can take some time. This may be the last turn,
Yep.
one way or the other.
Yeah.
You were not kidding when you said this was like rocket tag.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So
It can like you can defeat him in like an instant. You can defeat the enemy in like an instant if you get really good rolls, or you could get really unlucky and he can just like shatter the whole board like really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
All right.
the
I'm gonna.
4x4 areas add up really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's happening. I'm gonna do acrobatics check.
I gotcha.
Is it more than 9? It's not. I keep hitting that 8 for these. Woof. Okay, so I've got 9 moves. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to. Oh, I gotta plan this out. Hurry. Okay, Dryad. I don't know if I can do it. Let's
If
see.
you skate over mana, you pick it up. So if you need extra mana for mana tracing, then you could skate. You put that in your calculation.
My goal is to let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of freehand here, so let me see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight, 9. How much mana do I have? 3.
I got it. I see how you can do it with only 1 mana.
Okay. You want to draw it for me?
Sure. Use your color?
Is that legal? Can we do that? Is that allowed?
Yeah, that's fine. You guys can collaborate. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, my goal was to end up next to him, but I think I need 3 mana to do my heal.
Next to who?
Next to Jiro.
Oh, why?
Because if I'm one space away from him, I can give him 1 hit point.
Mm.
But I guess if I cast Dryad, it's not. I don't need to because Dryad will
drop the Dryad and heal everyone
in a 3x3, which would yeah.
Yeah, I would say casting Dryad is a priority.
Okay, so how?
Okay, so here's what I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, pick up mana. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, yeah.
And then mana to draw the top one.
What about the bottom one? Oh, it's there. Okay, it was just delayed. Yep. And then I'll just draw. Ooh, that was a bad draw.
And then you pick up that mana, which pays for that last one.
Yeah. Why don't you delete it and I'll draw it on my own so then I can delete it when I got it.
There we go.
Okay. So I end up down here. Okay. Cool, dude. Thanks. I knew it was possible, but I was just like, couldn't see it. Probably because it's 11:30 and
that doesn't help. Yeah.
43.
All right, Matthew.
We're so close. We're so close, one way or another.
Yeah.
Matt, you got to do some damage.
So you did the Dryad, which will do a good chunk of healing. Should I focus on trying to heal something?
Well, hold on. Well,
Did
yeah,
you
Or
delete
focus
it?
on damage? What's up?
don't delete it yet, because we're not at the summon stage yet.
I can redraw it on my own if you want to just delete your stuff and focus
I'm
on
sorry,
your
I
own
already-
do this.
You know where it was.
Yeah.
My bad. All right, so you already drew out the Dryad. Should I go for a second heal? Or should I go for an attack?
Go for an attack. We need the attack.
Mm-hmm.
The heal's covered.
Okay. Well, I've still got lots of mana. I'll take advantage of that.
Well, if you look at your magician,
Uh-huh.
you can do a chant summon if you use 2 mana.
Oh yeah.
You may use tracked lines not connected to your character to summon. So like,
They
oh well,
just-
that doesn't. I guess that doesn't do you any good if you wanted to jump over to me somehow.
No, the lines still have to be drawn somehow.
Oh, you have the step sequence
Yeah.
too, so you can skip 3 spaces, freely skate 3
Oh,
spaces.
I forgot I have that. Well,
Will
Now
that
and
draw
then-
lines too?
it's skating, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've got 3 free lines there. You can only do it once per
Once
battle,
per-
but I mean,
Battle.
what the hell? We got to lose at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty, should I go for a Thor or a Loki?
The Loki.
Thor-
Loki's risky. I mean,
Loki is really risky. Thor is almost guaranteed to hit the body, but it's relatively low damage.
I mean, Loki is kind of the only way that we win on this turn.
I think you got to take the leap of faith and do Loki.
Yeah.
Pray to the dice gods that you don't roll that 3.
Alright. Then I will use my step sequence and do the Loki.
Remember, you'll have to jump over the cracks to get out of that kind of space you're in.
Do I have to do something special to be able to jump?
Just a jump.
No, you just have to keep track of the fact that you used one space
That's
to move
one-
out of there without drawing a
Yeah,
line.
to get
Right.
over here, you have to use 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts me
Yeah, I
at
would just start it.
9.
You can start it right here, right, and it'll clear the cracks.
Yeah,
Mm,
Yeah.
What?
yes.
Yeah, if you start
Starting, there's 1,
No.
2,
Oh, you're going up. Okay, I see. Oh, you're gonna get that mana.
yep.
Nice. This guy knows what he's doing.
4,
Oh, you get 2 mana. You son of a gun.
Ah. Okay, so that uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 1 space left.
Make sure that you grab those mana.
Oh, I already did.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll just go right there, leaving 1 more behind me. Because why the crap not?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so that puts us into summon then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Itao is outo.
Hang on.
Did you have a better idea?
Maybe, because I have a ton of mana now. Oh, I didn't get 3, I only got 2. What am I doing?
Because you don't have enough mana to draw a new.
Maybe. I might have enough mana.
Hold on. What is
So if I don't draw that there, can I do that? Maybe do 1. I have 5 mana. Yeah, I could draw Thor 2 right now.
Wow. Yes.
I'm gonna do
That's
it.
great.
Yes.
Do
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Alrighty, so my last move will be going here. And then I'll just use my mana trace to spend a crap ton of mana. Wait,
you
I have
can't
to be
use
touching the Loki to be able to cast it, don't I?
Well, you can't double lines, right?
But you should be able to do it. Right? Because it's
It's 6.
because if you draw that, then you can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
but then I'm
You got
not touching Loki. I can't cast it.
No, you are.
You are because you do that green line down.
And not only that, but you
on the
have
top.
your
It should be a green.
you have your thing, right? Is your
Well,
is
that's
yours
what I'm not
I
sure
didn't know.
about.
Oh, okay. Oh, I say it costs 2. Okay.
You don't have to be touching Loki to cast it.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Well, as long as a line that you are touching also touches Loki, then you
Yeah.
should be
Oh yeah, that's yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
it's
Good.
all connected.
Okay, cool.
You can do it.
Then yeah, I will.
So now
Yeah.
he
All right, let's go.
now he gets a combo bonus out of drawing the two brothers from the same mythology, right?
Oh no.
That's
Is that
would
actually
be
a thing?
interesting.
Is
No.
that
How does that
actually a
work?
thing?
No, unfortunately, no.
That'd be so cool if it was.
They'll add in combo bonus expansion.
That would be so.
Okay, let's
Okay.
let's all get.
summon.
All right,
Okay.
summoning. Erase all of your lines and just tell me what you're summoning. So actually, I know it's Dryad, and then it's
Dryad, Loki, or
Loki and Thor. So I would recommend doing the attacks first because once his body thing goes off, you may need to burn Dryad just to stay alive.
Yeah.
that's fair.
So let's roll the attacks. So let's gamble and roll with Loki first.
Dang it! I accidentally deleted my token. Uh,
I love how huge they come in. They can't,
I know.
it kills me every time.
I was one spot above that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to give it to you and then you can move it around.
Yeah.
Oh, you can delete those 2 manas, Ben.
Yeah, I got these two
Grab
maps.
those.
You can delete those. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
For the Loki, yes, it's not a
Ooh.
3. I wish it was higher, but at least it does
Yeah.
something.
Damage.
All right, and there's the damage for Loki, a 2 and a 3.
What?
So
one hits the
Okay,
arm,
so
hits the
two-
body, and the other hits the legs.
Oh no.
That triggers the rampage.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah.
We could still be okay.
yeah.
What rampages? The sorrow? You
No.
kill something?
The main body once it reaches 3 HP or less, it does 4x4 area with random location at the center.
Oh my
He sees in the area
gosh.
takes 3 damage.
You only do it one time per battle though, so let's just hope that it doesn't.
Right. So 10-7.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh
I think
boy.
that's-
So
Is that it?
You can interrupt with, you can use Dryad to heal the stage at least.
Yeah, that's gonna connect. That's definitely gonna connect.
Yeah, but you can heal that same area with the Dryad.
Yeah, and I'll cast it so that it hits you as 2, Matt,
Okay.
because it's a 3x3.
Oh, very nice.
So I will draw my 3x3 square as soon as.
Okay.
okay, I'm just calling that good.
There.
All right, I understand what's going on. Yeah. So I'm gonna cast Dryad then to interrupt. Hold on, let me get back to it and read it real quick one more time. A 3x3 area on the board. All shattered spaces are healed. PCs within that heal to their full HP.
Awesome.
So you'll get your full HP. So we're gonna do.
Sweet.
It's not going the right way. Stop panning. Stop panning. Okay. Is my square just like going everywhere? Do you see it? Oh my
I'm guessing
gosh.
that's where you want
Yeah, that's it.
it.
Oh my gosh, now I've got squares everywhere. Squares for everyone.
Oh my gosh, God.
Now I don't know if that's gonna save us, to be honest. I think
It's
that,
it
3x3.
It does
It's
it?
still
mean,
connected.
yeah.
Oh, it doesn't need to be a straight line. It's just connected at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
Oh.
it wouldn't heal, but you could shift it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
have to shift it down a block,
yeah.
I guess.
just do it. Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
Wait, that would still. Oh,
Here.
Yeah.
you're still
Would
you're
save
not
it.
you're not
Wouldn't
within
heal
that area.
him, but it
Yeah,
would save it.
Yeah. That's fine.
it at
that's
least
fine.
it'll give Thor a chance to
Mm-hmm.
maybe kill him.
Okay. So I don't want to. I'm trying to speed things up, so we're just gonna assume that that's all covered, and we'll go on to Thor now.
All right.
I won't bother with the erasing it and stuff like that. If we need to redraw it, I can.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
3 and 4. Legs and tail. Hitting them both, triggering Sorrow twice. Well, no, I can direct both of them to only one of them, which means Sorrow will only trigger once, and the body will get hit once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost. Well, I mean, I don't
Yep,
think we can.
So that triggers Sorrow.
For 5 and 5.
It's a 4x4.
I was hoping I could get both of those to hit the body, but
But
it
that's
doesn't happen.
right over. That's right over Matthew, and that will kill him, leaving me alive by myself.
Yeah. Do you have the ability to do enough damage to do 3 damage in one turn?
I have no
How many
damage.
attack spells
I
left?
have no attacks
Oh, snap!
'Cause I'm
You only
only.
Mars.
I could only use Mars once,
okay.
and there's no way I could draw Mars with the board in this condition,
Right.
That too.
especially given where I'm at.
Yeah. All right.
It's in game.
Well,
It's an in-game
cool.
scenario.
that was
I'm okay with that though. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, like we
the stage shatters and the everything disappears into sorrow and chaos.
You just
Unfortunately,
weren't cool enough.
the Chaos Dragon is really like you guys got really close. I mean, like a lucky roll on Loki could have ended the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had your lucky roll on Loki.
But okay, so I'm sorry to kind of close things very abruptly, but my wife really needs me to be done now. So
Yes.
Wait,
Absolutely.
you guys so much for tonight.
this is a game. We should definitely do this again now that we have some semblance of an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's quick and
absolutely.
easy one-shot type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Yeah, we'll definitely play this again. So go ahead and close the recording.